Hey, what's up guys, JT here. Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And in today's video, I am not in the video because I did not know how to get rid of that lag that I saw before. So, a couple of things that we can do here. I'm pretty sure we're still working through Chapter 14. We're on Secret Medicine. Let me see. I forgot the buttons to look at all this stuff. Here we go. Secret Medicine. There's actually a lot of quests that I haven't done yet. Secret Medicine sounds like a good quest that we can go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and cut back through, actually, this is going to take you back to the Sector 7 slums, I think, so, well, the remnants of the Sector 7 slums, so. Hopefully everyone's been doing pretty well. I've been meaning to record, but I have to admit, the events around the world have got me a little bit preoccupied as well. I actually had some time off of work, so thankfully, I took some time off of work because I've really been working non-stop for during this entire 2020 year. Like originally, I was scheduled to do a sabbatical, which is like 6 weeks of paid time off. I was going to go travel somewhere, and what ended up happening is that I didn't get a chance to travel anywhere.
Oh, hey Barrett.
Hey, how's it going?
Could be better. I've got a good number of watchmen out looking for survivors. But as much as I'd love to join them, I've got another mess on my hands at the moment. Remember those rumors about a lab? They're true. There is one, hidden underground somewhere, and it's full of monsters. So Cloud, think you can lend us a hand with it? It's only a matter of time before these monsters come calling. I know it's a dangerous job, but
no one else can do it.
Well, yeah. So help us out.
That's the Subterranean Menace. So it's actually going to knock out two birds with one stone if you do that one. So Subterranean Menace is also how you complete the medicine side quest as well. So just kind of a heads up, it's a pretty daunting battle actually. So that's why I kind of saved it for this video. I don't even know if I'm going to get to him in this one. I'm kind of hoping I will. So.
This is about all I could carry.
What do you got here? Anything good? Not a whole lot of anything
out there.
I just gotta stay focused.
Let's head underground then. Yeah, but the events had me kind of had me a little bit preoccupied. But I guess back to my thing. I was supposed to get 6 weeks of time off, and right around March was when I was scheduled to fly out. So I was supposed to go to Canada and then go to Japan and then go to New Zealand. I bought a backpack for New Zealand. I really wanted to see Middle Earth, and you know that didn't work out at all because then the pandemic hit. New Zealand was probably the strictest in terms of all the restrictions that they had, and you know they're doing pretty well right now, so great for them. But it still doesn't mean that anyone like trying to get into New Zealand can actually go over there really. So I'm kind of in a tough spot still. Mainly because my own country is still struggling really mightily, and it's really tough because I know a lot of people that are doctors and who are nurses right now who are working really hard to try to keep people healthy, you know, and try to save lives. And the hard thing about, you know, and I don't want to get super political about this stuff, this isn't really the avenue for me to do it.
Since last night, roads are collapsing and sinkholes are opening up all over.
But you know, the hard thing about ICU capacity being really full is that it makes it really hard to say, like my nephew, a couple years ago, he's really stubborn, right? So he loves to do stupid things that you tell him not to do. Like he basically like tries to do stuff that you tell him not to do, just by default. And one of those things was he wanted to put his finger into a bike chain when it was in motion, and we told him it was stupid, like don't do it. And you know, it's kind of like Sleeping Beauty, like pricking her finger. He couldn't help it. He just had to like stick his finger in there. He almost got his thumb taken off. So you know, so fast forward to this year, and you know, if that were to happen when the ICU capacity is really low, I mean the chance of him getting really good care immediately is a lot less. You know, so it's not just. I think at the end of the day, it's not just, you know, the things that we're trying to, like, say, like COVID-19 that we're trying to protect people against, but it's also trying to protect people from all the other things that they could also be sent to the hospital for.
Deal with that.
All set. Gotcha. Think fast. Think fast. Here. You ready? There. Bring it. Gotcha. Come on. Ha. And now, finish him off. Bingo. Ha. Take that. Bring it! There! Let's pour on the beat!
I'm kind of getting reacclimated to all the controls for this one. I'm probably not ready
No surprises there.
for the bosses coming down the tunnel. But yeah, that was pretty good. But my point being, you know, just be safe. You know, I got people on both sides of the spectrum that live in my family, you know, so I can understand the frustration, but I work in healthcare too, you know, in biotech. Like, one of the medicines that I get to work on every single day is something that they actually use to treat COVID-19, which is why I've been so busy, you know, so it's been really important for me this year to really stay safe on my days off, you know. I'm really not going out and seeing a bunch of people, really. I think the most interactions that I'm having with people right now is in this conversation that I'm having with you guys. So, you know, it's a lot of sacrificing, and I know that it really, really sucks, and I wish it could be a little bit different, and that it will be different. But, you know, it takes a collective effort at the end of the day to really drive home and make people feel changes and get us into a better spot, you know.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hope you don't mind talking in your hole. You got this.
I got this.
Okay. Okay, Monodrive right now looks like he is immune to something. It looks like he's immune to physical attacks right now.
Watch yourself.
Take it over. Deal with that.
Need my help. Ooh, God,
I'm gonna try to knock him out while he's weak to physical attacks.
suck. Stay down, asshole. Bring it home. Hell yeah!
Maybe dial it back a little?
That was a little bit of a better fight than what I've been doing the last couple of rounds, so that was pretty good, so. Not too bad. If you need to go up and back up to the surface, you can hold L1, so just keep that in mind. This is one of the more dangerous areas of Chapter 14, so. Now the question is, where was I before? Like, I was going down, right? So. I'm still working on that pedometer materia right now. I wanna switch off of that. Oops, I do not want to save. Hold on. Materia. Oh cool, it's done already. Oh no, it's not done. 4,584. So close. I want to assess materia back on here. They're looking pretty good though in terms of actual materia. Deadly dodge is still looking good. First strike. Yeah, we're on the verge of maxing a bunch of good things. So I'm okay with this. Prayer materia definitely needs to be a little bit higher, but we can work on that. Just by virtue of playing around, so. Yeah, but you know what? Thanks to you guys for tuning in. I know that I've been taking a little bit of a break. A lot of it is, you know, kind of work related, because I've been really busy. At the same time, you know, there's limits to how much time I have in a day. This is going all the way back upstairs again. Okay. So really this is like meant to be kind of an outlet for me to kind of talk and hang out with people, because I don't get the chance to really do that all that much. You know, granted I'm getting a little bit older and I'm not really keen on going out all that much anymore anyway. I've actually, the nice thing about 2020, you know, like if we're trying to keep things really positive, is that I had really had a chance to work on finances finally, so like, thankfully I got this condo that I'm sitting in right now, and I picked that up way back in, like 3 years ago. Just working on making myself a little bit more financially secure, in the event that, like you ever meet someone and you want to buy some property with them. I'm not really gung-ho on the idea of just selling the property that I have and then just taking the equity and then moving it to another place. I kind of wanted to use this place as a rental property someday because I think it's a great location. The reason why I picked it was because I think like it had a lot of, like long-term gains. So I've been looking at it, like I ended up refinancing the condo to get a lower interest rate last year, and it was great because I guess, like, not to bore you guys with like all this finance stuff, because maybe you guys are old enough to do that, maybe you're not. But financing for me, or like refinancing, has always had kind of a negative connotation because growing up, I grew up in basically poverty, and the way that my parents made ends meet, at least my dad did, was that he refinanced the house all the time and just pulled the equity out and used that to, like pay bills, mortgage, whatever. Which, has pros and cons. You never end up owning that property when you do that. But what I realized is that you can do a lot of different things for refinancing. Refinancing can be expensive. A lot of times it's like 6% of your equity that you already put into the property. So I think I was looking at the rule of thumb, and they typically say, like, you want to, if you're refinancing for a lower interest rate, you want to make sure that your interest rate would drop by at least 1 percentage point. So, but for me, it was nice because I get to get a lower interest rate, so it lowered my monthly payments. So really, like the property that I'm in right now, I changed it from a 30-year to a 25-year mortgage. And basically kept the same payments that I was currently doing, but if I would have kept it at a 30, I actually would have dropped down like by $500, a month, which is really nice because that's basically like the cost of what I'm renting out the room next to me for. So that would have been really nice. Basically, like they would have helped me pay for this property entirely, and since it's a 2-bedroom place, that's why I'm thinking, like long term, if I were to refinance it, if the interest rate would drop some more. I can definitely like rent this place out and then use that as like a source of income, which is really nice. Because the hard thing is, like living in California, which is where I'm from, it's just so expensive. It's just so expensive to live in California, and I was trying to figure my way around it, and I was trying to figure out how people survive, and keep themselves afloat in California, because it's just so expensive. And I think what I realized is that not everyone's, a CEO that lives in California, but I think everyone who's in California has done something financially to put themselves in a good spot, where they can actually afford some of these really crazy properties. And unfortunately, that's kind of what you have to do. And that's what I'm kind of coming to the realization for in California right now. So I'm trying to be really smart with my money. That's why I'm still renting out a room, even though really I don't need the roommate, because I can use that money, put it into the stock market, put it into, like a Roth IRA, and really put myself in a position where, like if I meet someone, I can pick up another property, find different sources of income. That way it's actually possible to live in California for a change. And that was just like a realization that I came to this year. So that's what I've been trying to work towards. I feel like it's a really tangible goal. It also helps because, there's a lot of things at work that I've been trying to apply to, and it's kind of an update for the one that the position that I applied to before. I didn't get a chance to interview for it because they already had someone in mind, which is kind of stinky. It's nice that they reached out to me because they wanted me to apply, but I kind of feel weird because it feels like being a backup, in that scenario, and that's kind of unfortunate. At the same time, I've admittedly been really hesitant about reapplying for the supervisor position in my own department, and that's really because the last 3 times I've applied, I felt kind of defeated. It's kind of hard to put it into words on the spot. I think that would be doing it a disservice, but it feels difficult when you go into an interview, on 3 separate occasions, and all the feedback that you've collected to that point has been incredibly positive. Everyone sits there and they say, you've done a great job doing this, doing that. I would love to have you as my leader. I want you to be my supervisor. I think you would help me with my development. And it gives you a lot of confidence, going into those things. But then when you go into it and you don't, you're not successful, it feels it feels really difficult because you go back and, you know, the nice thing is that they tell you when you don't get the position, they tell you things you can work on. And for me, it's been really difficult because the things that they've asked me to work on are the things that I already do. And, you know, it called into question, at least on my end, I started thinking, you know, maybe I didn't do a good enough job really talking about and in great enough detail, you know, some of the things that I was doing to help develop, you know, like my team at the time when I was doing it. I also admit, like, the last 2 and 3, the second one was back when I was buying my property and I just crashed my vehicle. So I had totaled my car. I didn't have a car anymore, and I was going through escrow on the condo that I have right now. So I admit that I didn't go in with 100% focus going into that interview. But the third one, I felt like I had a pretty good shot. Granted, I still had something else go on. That was back when I was remodeling my bathroom, and that didn't work out particularly well because I had someone, I had a really bad contractor and he caused a lot of damage to the property, and that was really unfortunate. So, ooh. Okay, so this is a Type 0 Behemoth, so this is the very beginning. This is like a first variant of Behemoth.
I got your number.
So first thing we're going to do is assess it. Variant form of Behemoth, they are bred and raised as Shinra Lab specimens, and the other monsters quake in the fear at the sound of their roar. Cripple and knock down its upper and lower body while one is knocked down, and do the same to the other to stagger the beast. It will counter if attacked with spells while its horns are intact. So number one thing you need to do, you need to knock out the upper torso and the lower leg to knock him down to the ground, and then you're going to want to try to destroy the horn. If you destroy the horn, you can hit him with magic. If you try to hit him with magic when his horn is still there, he will counterattack and basically kill you. like he will guarantee kill you. So focus on using physical attack to start this match. So.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And also mention that the horn is immune. And you can't actually break it until you lower his. So I'm gonna try to use Tifa's bait because she's my fastest character. So this is a really fun boss fight. I really just like using Tifa for everything, so Tifa's just so much fun. And I got a new phone, so I forgot to mention that I think I mentioned, I don't remember what I talked to you guys about anymore because it's been so long. So I got a new phone finally, and I got an iPhone 12, and I put a bunch of backgrounds on there. I got Tifa and Cloud at the well back in Nibelheim, and then I have Tifa just basically hitting butt like per usual as my normal screen, so. And then my other phone before it had Cloud and Aerith in the flower garden when he fell down. So I basically have like a running theme right now of using Final Fantasy VII stuff.
Alright, watch and learn. Bring it home.
All set.
After you.
You got this.
Let's go. There. Every little bit. Gotta be strong.
Going after Tifa, and thankfully I got, oops, that is not dodgeable unless I was blocking, so. Here, he's actually hitting Tifa with a lot of physical attacks, so let's put some barrier on her.
No holding back. Take the lead.
Alright, watch and learn. Give him hell.
All set.
I got this. Don't overdo it.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a prayer on here.
I know you can do it.
Ooh, I tried to block on that one, but I was mid attack still.
Hang back.
No, I don't want to hit the horn. There you go. Let's see, who do I want to
Don't stop now.
Let's do this. More on the bag.
You're up.
I got this. Deal with that.
Need my help.
Bring it on.
This ain't nothing.
Okay, I gotta run a prayer on here. I think I can do 2 prayers.
I got this.
I might have to heal Barrett on his own. He's got too much HP, I can't cover it. There you go. Cure.
Good luck. Don't give up.
Probably should just drop a regen on him. Here you go.
Watch it learn.
The hard thing about Barrett is that he just moves so slow compared to the other characters when he's like just kind of running idle. He's got great range until they really pressure him. So that's why I kind of like Tifa so much. I just really love agile characters. That's always been my thing. You know, like even when I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics, like I think my favorite class is Ninja. So I'm just a big fan of people that can move really quickly in a battlefield. So here you go. Ooh, I kind of saw that one coming, but I didn't want to pressure him anyway. Let him attack Barrett, and then go back over to Tifa. On the bright side, all my limit breaks are about to go off, so... I was actually trying to block there, and he didn't hit me. Go figure. Oh, this is so much fun right now. I missed this. Here you go.
Don't overdo it.
Bait and switch. Here. I don't want to use my limit break just yet. I want to knock him down. So I don't want to use my limit break on the horn by accident if he turns, so... That would be a waste of a limit break. Ooh, block, block, block. Okay.
Going in. There. Bring it. Let's go.
Ooh.
You're gonna feel this one. You're up.
My turn. Deal with that.
Alright, watch and learn.
I might use the limit break right here.
You're up.
All set.
I was like, at least knock him down.
I got this. Don't overdo it.
About damn time.
No, hit the upper body. Upper body right.
Bring in the heat.
Okay, I think I'm far enough where that's not gonna hurt me.
Got a hole.
Still here.
Well, not Barrett, but...
Come on. You got this.
Let's go.
All the times. Take it from here.
Need my help.
want Tifa to die because she's just hanging out there. She's like right next to him.
Gotta love it. Give him what's coming
Let's
to him.
finish it. Now for change.
Nothing personal. Let's switch it up.
Guess it's my turn.
He's still kicking.
Gotta love it. Yeah, that's how it's done.
Sweet, so that was knocking out Behemoth. That was really, really fun. I really missed doing that, so. And that was not nearly as bad as you think it would be, so. Let's see if there's anything in this room that we can grab beforehand. And we can probably switch over this materia now too. I think Barrett probably mastered wind, so I can get that off of him finally. It's not that I don't like having wind on him, is that I only needed to master one of them, so. Binding materia has not been mastered yet, so we need to work on that in the meantime. He's actually working on a lot of different materia that's pretty good right now, so. Kind of sucks he has cleansing materia. I wouldn't do that normally, but you know, you gotta level stuff up. So, assess, healing materia. I'm trying to think if there's a better thing other than deadly dodge to use, because I didn't really use deadly dodge in that last battle, so. ATP stagger would be a pretty good one to throw on him right now too. Tempted with the healing materia. I feel like revive would probably be really helpful in this scenario. Just kind of moving forward because it takes so long to master revive anyway, so. Cool, so we can just go all the way back up using L1, but I'm going to make the trek back up just in case there's some enemies that I can kill, because I can continue to get some experience, so. Also, that battle worked out really well. That was a lot of fun, so. I'm not seeing anything over here. I might just hit L1 here. Head back up. Yeah, so but I need to connect my external hard drive back to this new computer, because I need to, I'm basically like playing this onto my solid state drive, and I don't have really big solid state drives on this computer. It's not small, but if you were to get 4 gigabytes or 4 terabytes of solid state drive space, it would cost you a lot of money if you guys are building computers, so I definitely had to opt for something a little bit smaller, but I do have a 4 terabyte normal hard drive that I can connect, so got to work on kind of the details for that. But this will take me back out to the entrance. I should be able to talk to Weimar, close out that quest, talk to the doctor, the witch doctor, and then close out that quest, and then I think I'll stop the video there for today. And then when we resume in the next video, we will be in the wall market itself. And then we're going to do one more side quest with Tifa before we're actually going to continue on with kind of the main story. I know this has been a long sequence of videos, so I'm not going to return to the doctors just yet.
You took care of those monsters? Oh, thank you. That's one less big problem to worry about. We owe you.
I know it's tough right now, but stay strong, you hear?
You too, buddy. But hey, we're grounders. We don't break easy. I know it's not much, but take this with my thanks.
Cool. So Barrett gets a wrecking ball, and you know he's not Miley Cyrus now. He's gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what that equipment is. So Big Bertha, if I go to wrecking ball, he learns Smackdown. So strike the ground and send nearby enemies flying. That looks a lot like what the Behemoth was doing to us in that battle. So that was kind of cool. We're gonna put that on in the next video. I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't want to click through all those menu screens right now because I'm running at the 30-minute mark and I'm trying to get you guys out and about. That way you can go hang out. Big shout out to Evan if he's watching this right now. I know that you got engaged recently, so I want to say congratulations. If you don't watch these videos, it's totally fine. I mean, you should be hanging out with your fiance anyway. But he and I go really far back, back when I was playing Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, and I've been friends with him on Facebook, and really, like, if I ever saw him in real life, I'd be pretty ecstatic. So really, I wanted to say congratulations to him. For getting engaged, and you know there's a lot of other things that aren't so great in his life, but you know rather than focus on some of the negatives, I don't think that we can really move forward if we really do that. I'm going to continue to focus on the things that are really positive and the things that make life worth living, you know. So and I think that, you know, he's got a really bright future, and it sounds like I've never met his fiance before, like, but I imagine that she's got to be pretty cool. So, but let's get ourselves over to Sector 5 that I can close out this video. And I know I'm getting super mushy here, but really I'm just really thankful that I have people to talk to, indirectly or directly, regarding things, and I get to share video games with you guys, which is, you know, cool things like Final Fantasy VII Remake. If you guys are enjoying these videos, always feel free to leave a like, always feel free to share, always feel free to chat with me. I feel like I'm always a click away. I don't try to be unapproachable, I just tend to get myself occupied, but I either respond like within 5 minutes of someone messaging me something, or it takes me like a day. Because they've caught me at like a really bad time when something else kind of has me bogged down. But for the most part, I always get back to you guys. So this is a long trek. And now I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. Yeah, but I'm in love with the slums in Final Fantasy VII Remake. They've done such an amazing job. Just such great detail.
Oh, did you manage to get everything I needed? Thank you. This ought to be more than enough. I can see why Aerith put her trust in you. Don't worry. I'll take it from here. You've done more than your fair share already. Here, take this. I'm betting it'll come in handy.
Cool. So, like you guys are kind of figuring, we are almost done. The last one is very easy to do. It's actually the pull-up game with Tifa, back in the wall market. So it's actually a really short quest. I'm not going to compete to beat the head honcho. I forgot what his name is, Jules. I'm not going to try to beat him on this playthrough. I can do it another time because I've already got the quest on my PlayStation, and I don't want to suffer through it again. It was so hard to do that challenge before, because you guys saw me when I was playing in the wall market when Cloud was doing his dance. My rhythm is really on and off, you know, so sometimes you got the rhythm, sometimes you don't got the rhythm, sometimes I just don't got the rhythm, you know. So I'm gonna close this video for today before I ramble on any longer. And if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to tune in for the next video, and I will catch you on the flip side. Is that what people say nowadays? I don't know. I'm ancient. Thank you. Bye.